Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It is, I have this old baggy sweater on. It is I don't know why I'm looking at the camera. It's 3:27 a.m. and my purse is a mess. My purse is a mess. I've got so much crap in here. And, where's my lip balms? I just got off the phone talking to Aunt Aphrodite. We were checking in. He's such a nice guy. We were laughing on the phone. And I just actually got up about a half an hour ago. I took a nap tonight. And I had such weird dreams. Today I did these videos of The Lion King. And I had a dream that Alex and I were living in an Airbnb in like the middle of Tennessee somewhere, and we had to like move out in the middle of the night, and it was like very like thriller movie kind of thing, and we were like shoving this couch and all of these like suits and stuff, I'm gonna keep this out because I want to use it, into the back of like this SUV, and Joe Exotic was helping us, and Laura Lee, I don't know why Laura Lee, but she was Joe Exotic's daughter, and he was talking about his next wedding, and he was like I said I wanted to come to his next wedding or something like that, and he was like, you couldn't handle it. It was the weirdest dream. And then this Airbnb that we had come out of, like we had Postmated, I'm like losing my mind, obviously is what's going on. I had we had Postmated like by two different people. Like Alex was like friends with the people that were downstairs that like owned the Airbnb, but they were like real rude to us. I think like Joe Exotic from Tiger King and Laura were just helping us move, and there was these other people that like owned it, and they were like the Airbnb or something, they were being like real rude to us and telling us we had to go. And Alex had been like down there hanging out with them, was like friends with them, but then they like got mean, and like he had ordered all this Taco Bell through like Postmates, and I had Postmated a bunch of Taco Bell, and it came, and it like I had asked him to like only put like beans on the nachos Bel Grande, and it was like just beans and chips. That's what it was. And I was like real pissed. And then Alex was like, come on, we have to go right now. And that's when the whole like moving thing happened. It was the weirdest dream. And then I woke up, and Alex was coming to bed. He's coming to bed later and later and later each night, which is, our schedules are so crazy. He watch TV, and I went to bed, you guys, at like 11:30, 11:45. And I was like, we were talking about our schedules tonight, and I said, you know, like, I hope you don't care, my sleep schedule. He was like, Peter, it doesn't really matter. He's like, I'm going to bed late and sleeping in late. So he's going in to bed later, but he's like sleeping in until the same time that I do. He'll get up and like take the dogs out, and then he comes back to bed, and he'll like look on his phone, and then he'll fall back asleep and stuff like that. Today, he got up a little bit earlier than I did, and he had to do some work from home. So it was like upper 50s today. So he sat outside on the front porch and worked on his computer outside, and he had the little beds for the dogs right by the front door so that they could like look out and whatever. And then Alex had to go into work today to pick up some stuff, but he just had to like run over there and pick up some stuff and come home, and so he did that, and I had to go to the bank today, and it was like the first time I had gone out in a while, and it was okay. It felt kind of weird being out, so I went to the bank, and then I drove by Walmart, which was surprisingly packed, and I drove by Kroger, and it was packed. There were a lot of people out on the road, surprisingly. I mean, I wouldn't say tons. And I went at like, it was like between 4 and 5. I wouldn't say there were like tons of people out for that time, you know, of day, but there were like enough people out on the road. I was kind of surprised by it. But that was that. And then I came home. I got on the Instacart thing again to try to order stuff from Costco, because we're going to need some stuff here in a couple days. And I was just like, we're so low. And everybody that I'm talking to is like going to the grocery store and they're like, listen, I go in, I don't get near anybody. And you know, like the carts are completely washed off. I wash it off. And then like, cause most of the places I guess you go, they're like washing off the carts. So like each cart is like, you know, disinfected when you get it. And then, like somebody commented on my vlog and said they go to the grocery store and they come home, they take everything and then they like wash it and they take everything off and they like wash clothes or something like that. And they put their stuff away and they wipe down everything that they used. So yeah, I'm just gonna go to the grocery store and not freak out about it because there's things I need and a few things I want that I don't necessarily need, but I mean, we're literally like seeing nobody. Alex went into work when nobody was there. He waited. So today my allergies were bad when I got up and I was like a little worried. I was like, I told Alex, I said, I hope I'm not getting sick. And he's like, you've literally not been around anybody. Like, we haven't seen anybody or been anywhere, you know? And I was like, I know. And he was like, have you taken your allergy medicine? And I was like, no. And then I took my allergy medicine and I started feeling a lot better. So, I just think allergy season right now. But you know, like, anyway, the rest of the day was good. I had a really good day today. Last night, when I got done vlogging, I sat right here and I listened to the rest of my audiobook, 5 years, and I finished it last night while I played Words with Friends, of which I now have so many games, you guys, of Words with Friends, which is kind of fun, but I can't keep up with it. Oh my God, let me just tell you that I am getting calls every single day from the Census Bureau. This is not a joke, okay? This is not a rant video. This is not a joke. Mr. Monn, I'm like reading it too because it's like transcribed. Mr. Monn, my name is, and I'm calling from the United States Census Bureau. I need to speak with you concerning a survey that your household has been asked to participate in, please. And I'm just going to do it because I'm just not going to fight it this year. We have nothing else to do anyway. But I like right now, hold on a second, I'll tell you how many games I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. It stops you at some point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and then it stops. So I don't know if it stops you at 35, but people have said that they've requested, oh wait, then I have these people that it's their move. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. So I don't know, maybe it just lets you have 60 games. I have 60 Words with Friends games going on right now, you guys. Anyway, I'm having a blast playing it though. So I sat here and I listened to the rest of the audiobook and I played Words with Friends, which was really, really fun. And then I was gonna start Little Fires Everywhere, but I was looking through Goodreads and somebody was reading this book called Rolling in the Deep by Mira Grant. And so it's like Mira Grant writes these books that are like zombie apocalypse, like virus plagues, things like, you know, like, but like outbreak, kind of like Contagion kind of movie, but scary kind of books. And I've never read one of her books before, although I have a couple of her books inside. I think 2, maybe. I have 2 of her books inside. And so I've been wanting to read one of her books. Hold on, I'm getting my Goodreads. And I've been wanting to read her books. So I went and I bought this book on Goodreads, partly because it's really short and I wanted to get my 24th book done before the end of the month. And it's called Rolling in the Deep. It looks completely cheesy, but I have to tell you, it's really good. This is what it's about. When the Imagine Network commissioned, and so this is like the first one, like the prequel, and then the second book is called, that's like the prequel. And then the second book is called, well, here, I'll read you this one first. And it's only 3 hours and some minutes, 3 hours and 44 minutes or something like that on Audible. When the Imagine Network commissioned a documentary on mermaids to be filmed from the cruise ship Atargatis, they expected what they had always received before, an assortment of eyewitness reports that proved nothing, some footage that proved even lies, and the kind of ratings that only came from the peddling imaginary creatures to the masses. They didn't expect actual mermaids. They certainly didn't expect those mermaids to have teeth. This is a story of the Atargatis lost at sea with all hands. Some have called it a hoax, others have called it a maritime tragedy. Whatever the truth may be, it will only be found below the bathypelagic zone in the Mariana Trench, and the depths are very good at keeping secrets. Yeah, and so it actually has a really high rating of 4.01, and I have to tell you, I'm loving it. I listened to it today. I was listening to it in the kitchen while I was cooking, and then I listened to it a little bit earlier. I have an hour and 45 minutes remaining. I'm listening to it at 2 times speed, so I have less than an hour of it still. It's really good, and it definitely is about mermaids. I love anything to do with mermaids, so that's the first one, and then that Diet Coke tastes especially good tonight. The second one, she's got so many books. Hold on a second. Rolling in the Deep. Yeah, like her most famous books are Feed, Deadline, Blackout, Parasite. Oh, here it is, Into the Drowning Deep. And this one's a lot longer. 7 years ago, the Atargatis set off on a voyage to the Mariana Trench to film a mockumentary, bringing to life ancient sea creatures of legend. It was lost at sea with all hands. Some have called it a hoax, others have called it a maritime tragedy. Now, a new crew has been assembled, but this time they're not out to entertain. Some seek to validate their life's work, some seek the greatest hurt of all, some seek the truth. But for the ambitious young scientist Victoria Stewart, this is a voyage to uncover the fate of the sister she lost. Whatever the truth may be, it will only be found below the waves. The secrets of the deep come with a price. Oh, it has a high rating too, 4.03. So I might read that, next. Although, I have to tell you, I bought another book on Audible. So, a while ago on Goodreads, I just washed my hands. Are you guys like washing your hands so much? Your hands are like really dry. I need to get some hand lotion. But a while ago, for my booktube channel, I was did this thing where I was reading cheesy paperbacks. Do you remember? Not cheesy paperbacks, but just Pulp Fiction paperbacks that you can get at the grocery store, like James Patterson, John Grisham, David Baldacci, those things, right? And I stopped doing it because I just couldn't keep up with it. But I ended up buying the other day, I think because Mel read it and she said it was good, Camino Island by John Grisham, and that was one of the books that I picked. Well, there's a sequel to it now. And so I got it because I love John Grisham books anyway, and I want to read it and I want to read the sequel. So I am listening to so many audiobooks. It's crazy. Oh, I have 2 credits to use because I bought 3 more credits. It's crazy how I'm listening to so many audiobooks right now. I literally, if I'm not sitting down filming videos or watching Netflix, I have my AirPods in and I'm listening to an audiobook because I'm walking around the house. It's been really, really nice. Tonight Alex and I he took a shower and then he came downstairs and he made grilled cheese sandwiches, and I had made a peanut butter and honey sandwich, and I made mac and cheese, shells and cheese. And we sat there and talked, and we had such a good evening. And then right now in bed, I could tell he was real sad about Pee-Pee tonight. We talked about Pee-Pee for a little bit. We just kind of held hands in bed. And Boo and Tucker were being real sweet. And, there's something about everything, even with everything that's going on right now, there's such a, I don't even know how to explain it. There just seems to be such a sense of peace and calm about our little world, you know, like everything's slowed down, like really, really hardcore slowed down, you know. I don't mind it. And I love getting to spend more time with him, you know. And I think like the first couple days were like real hard for us to kind of like figure out each other's like, you know, like schedules around the house, because I'm not used to him being there and he's not used to being there all day long. But now we just kind of groove together. It's so cute. Like he gets up and, well, okay, this is how I got up today. I got up because I smelled coffee. And I was like, are you making coffee? He was like, yeah, do you want some? And it just was like, I don't know. It was just, like, you know, on the weekends we go to brunch and stuff like that. Like, we don't sit around the house and make coffee. It was really nice. And the whole house smelled like coffee. And we've been like, the essential oils thing, you know? Like, we have that going. And he has like this, like if you smell our house always smells like this one essential oil typically. Although right now, I had ordered on Amazon kitchen lemon plug-ins, because we have a plug-in upstairs and a plug-in downstairs. And so the background scent to our house right now is this kitchen lemon. It just smells like the whole house smells clean. But he also has these like essential oils that he like is going pretty much throughout the whole day, but it's like in a corner of the room so you don't smell it. It's not too strong, but it's a really nice smell. I don't know, it was such a peaceful day. And we had like the windows open, which I think are probably not helping my allergies whatsoever. But our neighbor and her roommate, like they sit in their garage for like hours and he plays guitar and she sings. And it sounds like it would drive you crazy, but like, no, it doesn't. It's very sweet. And I have to tell you something funny. Sarah yesterday sent us this thing that our entire neighborhood was on the news. Like, they even showed like my car in the driveway and everything, right? And they did something, I don't know what they did, but where they were supporting essential workers. And it was like somebody in our neighborhood arranged it. And so, like, the news drove around. I can't believe I'm actually going to use these Kleenex that I have in my bag that I never use. But the news was driving around our neighborhood. Now, when I blow my nose, it's loud, so I apologize. But they were, driving around the neighborhood, and like it's like an older neighborhood. It was real cute, and everybody was holding signs up that said like, thank you to the essential workers, thank you to you medical workers and ER workers and stuff. And I don't know when they organized this, and I don't know how we didn't know that it was going on, but it was early on Sunday morning, and they like kept on driving around the neighborhood. Like, the news drove around the neighborhood, and they were like interviewing people like right over there. You could see like our house in the background with my car. We were like dead asleep when this whole thing was going on. I don't know how we didn't know about it, but I don't really read the emails they send out from the community, the homeowners association. I don't typically read the emails, so they probably sent something out in an email. Anyway, I thought that was real sweet. Everybody is so friendly in our neighborhood right now. People like, well, so the neighborhood that I live in is like an older neighborhood because these are all like condos. We actually have like one of the smallest condos like in the neighborhood. There are some like 5-bedroom condos in our neighborhood that are literally like standalone houses. I don't even know how they're considered condos, but the majority of the people that are in here like go away for the winter, but most of them here right now. And so they're walking. But the thing about our neighborhood that's really cool is that outside of the gate, which is open, we're like a neighborhood inside of a neighborhood. So we're not like, you just like drive along and it's like you turn into this like condo neighborhood. And our condo neighborhood anyway is like mature trees, and we're on a lake, and we're not on a lake. The lake is right there. Well, there's two lakes. There's Lat Lake and then there's a lake over there. So we all back up to woods and they back up to lakes. And so it's kind of like, you know, like an 8, like this around 2 lakes. And it's real small. And all the condos are painted like Cape Cods. It's real cute. And but outside is like a really nice neighborhood. And it's like younger families. It's like, and it's where my aunt and uncle lived. And so it's typically families that like, once their kids go away to college, like they move and they like you know, like they size down or whatever. And so then like younger families move in there. So it's consistently always, because it's like huge yards, you know, playgrounds in the backyard and trampolines and all that kind of stuff. And it's so we live in a neighborhood that's like a really good school township. So, that neighborhood is always thriving. So you see like families walking through here with like their kids, like, you know, on training wheels. And then you see like the older people that are in our neighborhood walking. Everybody is so friendly, but everybody's keeping distance from each other. Everybody's like, hey, how are you? And then like, you know, like if they're talking, I can see if they're talking to each other on the street, like they stay on each side of the street, which, you know, good thing they're doing that. I need to be drinking more water right now. I don't feel dehydrated. Maybe my hands do, I don't know, but that's because I've been washing them so much. But, like this Diet Coke tastes really cool and refreshing, but I would really like a glass of water. When everybody was like buying all of these like bottles of water and stuff like that, like the day that I got my Keurig, I got 2 cases of water. We have them like inside, and we haven't even got into them yet. But Alex uses like one of those pure filter things, and he was like, why don't you just, because I use like a gallon of water and I pour it, and he goes, why don't you just get one of those and then just get new filters for mine? That way we'll always have like clean water, you know? And I said, that's actually a really smart idea, instead of us just buying bottles of water and bottles of water and bottles of water. And Tanya was like, yeah, that's a smart idea. So, but I don't mind tap water. That's the thing. I have no issues with tap water whatsoever. But I will tell you, so I don't know if it's a Brita or if it's a Pure, like that PUR brand, but I bought one of those like things, those gallon jugs that you pour. Oh my God, it tastes so good. I don't know what it is. I know that that's corny, but like it really does. Like I'll go down there and like when I wake up in the middle of the night, like, or in the middle of whenever, I'll wake up to go get a glass of water. So one of my favorite things ever since I've been a kid is to have like an ice cold glass of water in the middle of the night when I wake up. But I like to either have it in a tin cup, and I think that started from watching Little House on the Prairie, because they used to always like take that tin cup and they would like, you know, get it out of like the well or whatever, and they would drink water out of it. I think it started from that, but I really either like it in a tin cup, or my mom has these, she had these and now I have them. They're like these like, you know, like people that actually made a mug, like a clay mug, and it's like, it holds it, the water tastes different. It tastes really, really ice cold in it. And so I'll just sit there and I'll just drink like one glass of water after another, after another, after another in the middle of the night, and then I go back to sleep. I love the taste of just like it stopped. I'm using my old camera tonight. Anyway, I just like the taste of a really, really cold glass of water when I wake up, you know. I feel very, very peaceful today. I don't know what it is. Very grateful. Very peaceful. There's some like calm that overcame me today. I don't know what it was. I will say that I like didn't I wasn't like hyper vigilant about like reading the news today, and I wasn't really on Facebook a whole lot, you know, or Twitter. And if I was on Twitter, it was about like looking at things that I had tweeted that were funny, you know what I mean? Like, I looked at the things I needed to look at, and then I kind of just moved on today, is how I did it, you know. Got a bunch of stuff done around the house that I wanted to get done. And then I filmed my review of The Lion King. The Lion King. Keep on calling it that. Apparently I called it that a lot in my review too, The Tiger King. Filmed my review of The Tiger King, and let's see, it was getting like hardly any views when I looked last. We'll see how it's doing right now. It's not doing well. It's okay though. I had fun. I had such a fun time doing it. It was such a fun video to film. Yeah, it's whatever. It just was a blast to film. I had Vivian call Carol, I know it's stupid, I know, but I had such a fun time doing it. And I had Vivian call Carol Baskin from the Tiger King and invite her to be part of the Women's League. And then I did my Dr. Phil thing, which I hadn't done in a long time, and I like doing that. And then I filmed a video of, let's see how it's doing, reacting to the best Tiger King memes. It's interesting with the Tiger King thing, the responses that I'm getting, on my videos. People are either, very ha-ha about the whole thing, which there was such, it was such tragedy, but at the same time, the documentary, it was so weird and out there that it was I don't know, it was just 1 minute it was devastatingly sad, and then the next second it was but there are some people that can't see it with any sense, any kind of humor whatsoever. So, and I understand that there were some very serious things, you know, about it. And then I did my book. I read my book on my BookTube channel, and yeah. Did that. I did not do a Peterisms video today. But I will tell you, oh, I'm getting such a nice not such nice comments over there. Someone 4 hours ago on my BookTube channel said, I have Netflix and Prime, would love to hear you talk about Tiger King. I know it's a series, but it's fairly short. Love you, Peter. Yep, I did that on 2 channels. Go check it out. And then we will read some comments over on my vlog here in just a second. But since I didn't do a meditation video today, I did bring meditation books that I haven't read from in a while. I brought the 2 Melody Beatty books, and I thought I could maybe read from one of those, because I haven't, in 2020, been reading from these at all. And then I brought this Mindful Evening. I don't know, I just thought it would maybe give me something to talk about on here that, you know, maybe go into a longer discussion, a more kind of I don't know, more a Peter and Tanya Jean conversation of you know, we'll read the meditations and then we'll sometimes sit and talk about it. And, you know, maybe a little bit less formal than the Peterisms channel is. Let's see some comments from some people today. Let's see what people are saying. Oh my God, I'm still gaining subscribers and people are watching a lot. It's crazy. Lindsay said, if you spend more money, your Instacart order gets higher priority. I had the delivery time automatically change from a day and a half away to the very same morning once I put the tally up to $2.50. Well, that's good to know, but I don't want to spend that much money, number one. Number two is that, today I got on there, and Saturday evening was the earliest for Costco. I was this is ridiculous. So anyway, Tanya said she ordered straight, just right from Kroger. I swear to God, I thought I saw somebody walk behind my car. Tanya was she ordered straight from Kroger, and I was well, how did you do that? She's you just get on the website, and it you go through it. I will say this, the whole world is worried about money situations right now. Obviously, we're all worried about money, right? But like, I'm definitely, like, to some degree saving money right now of what I would spend regularly. I mean, we go out to eat. What I spend a week, because I allot myself, I'm not doing the whole budget conversation tonight. I cannot do the budget conversation tonight. I've done it so many times on this channel where I talk about, like, snowballing your debt, paying off credit cards, and all that kind of stuff. I can't do it tonight. But, like, Alex and I might not be smart about a lot of things, but one thing we're smart about is money. Like, and we decided early on that that's how we were going to be. You know, we were going to budget what we spent in a week and things like that. And so, you know, what I budgeted for before this a week and what I budget now is literally like $200 to $300 less a week. So there's that. And that's not just overall budget. That's just for, like, going to the store or, like, to the Meijer to, like, buy candles or books or stupid crap, going out to eat. That's that kind of stuff. That's not counting, like, groceries, fountain pops, gas. I'm literally, like, not filling up my gas. I'm sitting here in the driveway. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I haven't even filled up my gas tank, you know, in a week or whatever. And so it's crazy, like, the money that I'm saving. Like, I used to fill up my gas tank, like, excuse me, like 3 times a week from driving around vlogging. And, you know, that would cost me, like, what, $40, $50 to fill my tank. So 3 times a week would be like $120 to $150 a week just in gas. Well, now, you know, like, I don't know, like, what gas is. I think I did see today, it was still pretty low. You know, like, gas is low, and I'm not driving. I'm not going out to eat. I'm not buying anything online. So, well, Amazon. I've been buying stuff on Amazon. I need to stay off of it. I bought Post-it notes, because I needed Post-it notes, and those came. And it seems like every day I get on there and I bought some Sleepy Time tea. I bought 2 boxes of the Keurig Sleepy Time teas, so there's like 10 each, because I've been drinking one of those before I go to bed every night, and that's been really helping me fall asleep. It's just kind of like, I don't know if it really works or if it's just, you know, whatever. And then, or at least I'm just thinking that it does. And then today, my new favorite Keurig cup. I know I don't need any more Keurig cups. Nobody needs to say it in the comment sections. I totally understand that, okay? But I'm obsessed with the Toasted Graham Starbucks. And Alex is, like, he's been drinking the Tim Hortons. He likes the Tim Hortons from Canada. Like, that's his favorite of all of those. But he doesn't put, like, cream or anything in it. I have, like, and I'm not typically a cream person, but this is what I've been doing. So I put 1 Equal in, or Splenda, and then I put the Cinnamon Dolce Starbucks cream in it, like, probably, I would say, like an 1/8 to 1/4 of a cup. And then I put in a bunch of ice, and it does make a difference in the Keurig that I have, the Keurig Elite. If you push the iced coffee one, it is such a big difference. It just is a huge difference. And it makes really, really good coffee now. Like, I've kind of figured it out. And then I make the coffee, and then I add more ice, and then I stir it all up, and it's like a perfect iced coffee drink. Oh, there's another thing. I'm saving tons of money, like, not going to Starbucks. Because I was going to Starbucks every day, you know, like, especially doing reviews. So I was spending anywhere from, like, $5 to $10 a day at Starbucks, or $4 to $10 a day. Haven't been to Starbucks in, you know, a couple weeks, so I'm saving all that money. And, whatever. Not going to the casino, so I'm saving that money. Tanya and I were talking about, like, how we just buy such like, we haven't realized, like, how we just buy random crap. Like, we go to, you know, the Meijer, and it's like we go in there and we, you know, look for one thing, and we end up coming out with, like, 2 candles and a book. And I don't really do that as much as I used to, but I've started, like, recently, because Tanya and I haven't been going to the Meijer that much, you know, like, this is, I'm talking about before all this happened, because I haven't seen Tanya, you know, but we were talking about that on the phone, about how it's like, you know, before all of this, like, we would go to the Meijer, and it was like nothing to like go in there and like buy a bunch of things that we thought we needed, you know, and now it's like we're not doing that. So there's that money I'm saving. Alex today was like, he had bought all these clothes for Ultra and EDC, which, although he hasn't said it, I think he's kind of resigned to the fact that he knows it's going to get canceled. He knows I don't feel super comfortable going, even if they would reopen everything. I mean, we're a month and a half out from that. We're 6 weeks. I'm like, I'm not getting a plane and going to Vegas in 6 weeks. I don't care if they open everything back up again. I'm not comfortable with that. So he was like, today, he had ordered a bunch of like festival clothes and stuff from like ASOS. And he was like, I'm thinking about sending this all back and getting the money back. And I said, well, how much did you spend? And it was like 60 or 70 bucks. I was like, babe, just keep it. I was like, you'll use it again sometime. I will say, like, that's kind of like the hard thing, you know? It's like, I don't know if it's like this with your families, if you have people at home with you. If you don't have people at home with you, I want you to know I'm thinking about you all day long. Because every time I talk to somebody, you know, it's like, doesn't have people with them, like my friend Valerie or my sponsor or whatever, you know, it's like, they're just, like, I feel like so bad that, you know, my friends are just like stuck at home and they have nobody. But I think the one hard thing is, like, if I'm like kind of sad and down, like Alex is like real up and peppy, and vice versa. And like today I just was like so calm and peaceful, and he was like, he was outside like working most of the day, and like I said to him, I said, like, are you like okay today, whatever? He's like, yeah, I feel like I'm getting, you know, I'm like I'm getting a lot done today. I feel like I'm actually doing something, because he hasn't been working a whole lot because there just hasn't been stuff for him to do, you know. And so anyway, but I could tell that he was just like struggling today a little bit. The end of the month is hard for us too, because, you know, like PP passed away at the end of the month, and I think it's just, you know, we kind of always think that. What's the weather supposed to be like? I keep on looking on here every single day. That's like one of my highlights, is like looking at the weather. I actually, you guys want to hear something funny? I wait until the vlog to look and see what the weather is going to be like. Oh, I was going to read comments. I wait to get on here. It was supposed to be warmer, wasn't it? Today it says it's going to be a high of 42. Right now it says it's 57 outside. Wednesday, 48. Thursday, 57. 63, 62, 61, 64, 68, 67. Oh, that would be nice if that were the case. And then 60s going forward. But wasn't it supposed to be that already? Like, I don't know. It wasn't, like, too cold today, though. I really liked having the windows open, sleeping with the windows open. That was really, really nice. Yeah, as of Thursday, it's supposed to be real warm. Oh, I have my meeting tomorrow night. You gotta remember that. Okay, let's read some comments. Cole said, thank you for reminding me to be thankful. I have a job and a home and health for now, and yet I haven't been very thankful lately. Your vlogs always help me hit this reset button. I appreciate you now more than ever. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. You know, I think it's hard, and I don't know why my eyes keep on thinking they see stuff out there tonight. I think it's hard, and I think that one of the things, and I have done this too, okay, I've done my fair share of this, of like being on Twitter or being on Facebook and being like, who's bored, I'm bored, whatever, you know. I think there is just a communal complaining situation that's going on. So every time you know, like get on there, it's like somebody's like, I'm so bored of this, I'm so bored of that, I'm so bored of this, I'm like, okay, well, we're all bored, right? So like, you know, I think, I don't know, I just think that it's, you know, important to, I keep on thinking I need to call the maintenance to have them come and change this light bulb because the light bulb broke, and they must have done it when they came out here to fix these light things, and like one of them's broken there. But anyway, I think like, this is where I believe that like attracts like. If you look for places where, like my counselor that I had in treatment, who's been a friend of mine all my life, like she's on Facebook posting like 10 things, like her gratitude list of the day, 10 things that she's grateful for every day. And every time I see that, like it just reminds me of, and they're very, very simple things. They're not huge things, you know? And it just reminds me of like, she's been a friend of mine all my life, but, well, since I got sober, but she just, you know, it has reminded me to just stay focused and to stay grounded. And, yeah, it's like, to stay grateful and to stay in the gratitude of the moment instead of complaining. And I think it's so easy for all of us right now to fall into complaining. Like, it really is. And to some degree, let's be honest, okay? Like, I don't BS over here on the vlog, rightfully so too. Like, you know, like, I think it's hard for all of us to like have our lives be 1 second. I mean, anybody that you know that can go from like being able to go anywhere, spend whatever kind of money they wanted to, blah, 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 whatever, to going to being worried that they're ever going to have a job again, or how they're going to pay their bills, or that they're going to get sick or whatever. Like, if there's, it would be natural for us to like complain and be scared and be fearful and not be in gratitude, right? Like, it would be harder to be in gratitude. It's not like I wake up and I go, oh, I'm so grateful today. Like, that's crap. I'm not like that. I'm not that person. I would love to think that I'm that person, and I would love to say that I was that person. But the honest moment, the honest part of me is like, hey, I have to work at it just like the rest of us. But gratitude is a tool. Gratitude is an action that can pull us in. I swear to God, I keep on seeing things. It's like freaking me out. But gratitude is a tool, right? That like pulls us in to like work on that stuff. So it's like, for me, it's like, I know that I can access gratitude anytime I want when I'm getting off kilter, or I'm looking at things in a really negative way, or I'm just not being positive about things. Like, I can go to gratitude, you know? We all need to remind each other of that. I don't know anybody right now, anybody, you know, like, even my, you know, spiritual advisors in my life, you know, like my sponsor and other people that I look up to spiritually, you know, like, nobody is like pure and like innocent-minded without complaint. Any of them, you know what I mean? So I think it's a struggle, but all of them do remind me of like what is important, you know, and so I think that, you know, I think that we have to remember that gratitude is a point to get back to. And, but like, I don't think it's anything to beat ourselves up to. It's just a tool that we can use. And if you've ever gone to gratitude and made a gratitude list in your head or written it down, try writing it down. If you've never done a written gratitude, if you're sitting there and you're like, Peter talks about gratitude so much, start for a week, keep a written gratitude list. And when you're done with it, read it out loud. Go in the bathroom if you're embarrassed or whatever, go outside and say, I am thankful for my house because it gives, and say why you're grateful for it, and say, because it gives me a place to live. I am thankful that I have food to eat so that I do not go hungry, okay? And you say it out loud. Do that for just even a week, and trust me, it'll change you. Do it for 30 days to 90 days, and your life will be changed. Trust me. And then you'll see that gratitude is, you know, this tool that we can use, that we can go to. Magic Me said, Words with Friends is a dating app. I know there's a lot of horrible grammar on the internet, but I didn't realize people were that desperate. Okay, you know what's so funny? Is that somebody in the thread that I read last night on Words with Friends, they said that they met their husband on Words with Friends. Isn't that hilarious? Oh my God. Okay. Amanda said, I'll settle for car time with Peter. Sending warmth and sun from Arizona. Hey! Goddess of the Golden Dawn. This is from Bring Me Cookies. She said, I am so done with this cold weather too. It's been only 10 to 20 degrees in Alaska. And then she said, LOL, 5 days ago I was also begging my boyfriend to bring me cookies. Entertainment Review said, it's been stressful. Watching your videos has helped me escape this twilight zone. Oh, thank you. Olivia said, love you, Peter. Thank you for boosting my spirits during this crazy time. Oh, thank you. Elise said, I just realized my birthday is on Easter this year. Oh, and I had tickets to Coachella. First I didn't. I was upset, and now I don't care. That's exactly how I was with Ultra. And in all honesty, like, if they had said, like, we're gonna keep it going, I wouldn't have gone anyway. I feel anxious and I worry. Please say hi to Tanya when you talk to her on the phone. Love you. I will. Ina said, hey Peter, I don't think we are complaining just like you said, and it's our reality now, and we as people need to vent. I miss my best friend too. I miss us complaining, venting, laughing, and crying. I eat horrible right now and not sure why. Sending everyone positive vibes, hugs. I know Alex and I were talking, oh, it's gonna stop, hold on. Alex and I were talking about it tonight, and he was like, cause like I have my Optavia food in there still, but I'm eating so horrible every day. I'm down to like 3 jars of onion dip and 1 bag of chips. What am I gonna do? I don't know, okay? I'm gonna have to get some more bags of chips. But anyway, he said, like I'm like staying the same weight, which is interesting, but it's not a low weight, obviously. Like, I mean, I'm heavy. I'm real heavy right now. And he said to me something about, he's like, cause you know, like we complain back and forth about our weight. And, he said something about, he goes, I'm gaining a lot of weight back right now. And I said, babe, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And he was like, well, what's your attitude about the eating situation right now? And I said, my attitude is that we know that we can't leave our house for another month. And I said, you know, possibly longer than that. And I said, and I am not going to be stuck in this house and not be able to enjoy some of the things I enjoy, like eating macaroni and cheese or chips and dip and whatever. I don't have to do it to excess. I can take walks. I can stay healthy to some degree, right? I said, but I'm going to do this. And then like 2 weeks before I'll get real serious about the Optavia again. He just started laughing. I said, no, seriously, that's my plan. I'm going to just eat what I want to eat for right now. And he goes, well, that's kind of a good plan. I said, yeah, I just backburnered it. I said, for right now, I'm just like, listen, I'm not going to beat myself up. I am not going to beat myself up over wanting to have some chips and dip or cheese or whatever. Like, I'm just not. Like, I'm going to enjoy, like, if I'm at home, I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm going to eat what I want to eat. And then, you know, towards when we know that it's going to be important for us to have beach bods at all, period, ever again, well, then I'll get on the Optavia and I'll hopefully stay on it this time. We won't even have that discussion today. It's pointless. Angie said, I do a lot of curbside pickup. A lot of stores and restaurants have that available on their apps. Get to drive a bit and get what you need. Yeah, my friends are really encouraging me to do carry out. Just like help the businesses open and stuff like that. My sponsor did Red Lobster tonight. But like everybody that I'm talking to, like, is really, really encouraging me to do like especially local restaurants to like help them out. I don't know. I went in and I went in, hold on a sec, somebody's texting me. I was going in and I was reading the articles about like mail, because that like my post office stuff will be delivered at some point, and then also like food prep and whatever. And there's nothing saying that it's not safe right now. So, you know, I don't know. Most of our friends are like every day, like doing like carry out with food and stuff like that. But then I see other people like online that like aren't even leaving their house. I saw some people today, it was real sweet. They like, it was their mom's birthday and they like drove to her house and like everybody sat in their car. They didn't get out of their car. I mean, it's sweet, but sad too. And she came out on the front porch and they all like sang to her from their cars. Okay. Kroger and Aldi use Instacart here, so no doubt there are lots of stores in Indy that deliver, said Living with Lisa. Lisa, when I get on Instacart, there's literally like 10 stores. The problem is that every single one of them that I've gone to, it's like the delivery time, it says there are no delivery times available, or they're like so far out that it's like Sunday or Saturday. So yeah, it sucks. Like, I would love to do it that way and just have the food delivered. Tanya said that she heard something about like something to do with Instacart. I can't remember what she said. Oh, Elise again. She said, this has been one of my favorite vlogs. Thank you for reading Pretty Drinker. I could have listened to all 60 pages. Love you. Oh, thank you. Jesse Davin said, watch McMillions. It's about this wild fraud case. The entire Monopoly game and McDonald's was not what you think. What? Where is that? Is that on Netflix? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna have to watch that. Did I tell you I have one episode of 13 Reasons Why? Oh yeah, the last 3 episodes got so good. Well, the last 2.5 episodes got so good. And now I am really into the show. McMillions. Where does one find McMillions? Let's go into Prime. Do you guys love that movie, Super 8? I love it so much. McMillions. McMillions season 1. It's 6 episodes. It says, how do I watch this? Oh, it's on HBO. We've got HBO too. Girl, we got all the channels. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can go in here and watch it. Oh my God. I know it's like everybody's trying to find like the next great show to watch, right? McMillions. It says no results. But then on the other thing it says, what is going on? It says it's on HBO, right? Okay, well, we have HBO. So I'm looking and it doesn't show on there. I'm gonna Google search it. McMillions. I just went into HBO and it's not there. I'm so confused. Anyway, it just came out January 10th of 2020. The story of an ex-cop turned security officer who rigs a McDonald's Monopoly game promotion for a decade, stealing millions of dollars. Oh my lord, that sounds so good. I keep on thinking I see stuff. I don't know why it's not allowing me to see it. Huh. Who knows? Do you have to have the HBO app? Listen to me. I guess you probably do, don't you? Is it HBO Go? Is that what it is? Oh well, I'll figure it out later. Let's read a meditation. How about that? It's kind of hot in this car. I'm not gonna vlog as long tonight as I usually do. Let's see. What is today's date? Well, it's March 31st, but let's read March 30th. That one's not really applicable. Okay, let's look at Melody Beatty's Journey of the Heart. That was the language of letting go. It was about stepping out and going out and doing things. I'm like, okay, that's probably not real appropriate right now. I need my glasses. I need my one-thinged glasses. Okay, let's read this. Are you ready? Check this out. You ready? Okay. Who or what is pulling on you? Learn to become sensitive to the quiet as well as the clamorous pulls on your energy, your time, your emotions. You are becoming connected to yourself, the universe, God, others, in a way you have never been before. To deny these pulls is to deny the connections. A quiet tug on our consciousness may be telling us what we need to do. We think about an old friend and contemplate calling her, but we don't. Don't be silly, we tell ourselves. Why would I do that now? But maybe that friend is calling out to us, or we have a problem we haven't known how to solve. That situation begins working on us, bothering us, interrupting our days. Maybe our instincts are telling us it's now time to do something about it. We are living differently now, more magically, more at ease, more at one with our actions. One way we know it is time to do something, not on the calendar or the clock, is to pay attention to the quiet pulls on our energy. Being conscious of these impulses, then trusting ourselves to naturally know what to do and when to do it, puts us in harmony with the universe and our soul. Who or what is pulling on you? What do you think you should do now? Now, take it to the next step, the next level. What does your heart lead you to do? Oh, I guess it says, well, wait, let's read that part again. Who or what is pulling on you? What do you think you should do? Now, take it to the next step, the next level. What does your heart lead you to do? I like that meditation. It's a good meditation. I think, I learned how to call it a sixth sense, call it your gut, call it whatever. I think we all have it inside of us. I don't think it's a psychic intuition or anything like that. I really don't. I think we are, I know this is going to be crazy to some people, but I believe in an interconnectedness between all of us and the universe. And just try it, okay? Right now it's kind of hard, but in a regular day, when you're driving and let's say if you have two ways to get home and you sometimes go this way and you sometimes go that way and something in your gut just tells you to go a certain way, do it. Trust it for a week and see what happens. And then every once in a while, do the opposite and see what happens. typically what you'll learn over time is you'll learn to trust your gut on situations, of what your gut is telling you. And I really do, I think that's like to me, I believe that's some kind of sixth sense where we are, connected to other people and the universe around us and things like that. I really, really, really do. I know that sounds crazy, but when I started trusting my gut a lot more and going with my intuition, I think also the thing for me, like, I can go to fear a lot, And I think especially being an alcoholic and an addict, talk about, 100 forms of fear. And that most of what we do and most of how we've acted before we got sober or in recovery comes from a point of fear. And my nose is driving me crazy tonight because I trimmed my beard today. And I think most of what we do comes from a point of fear. But when we let go, kind of, not so much of the fear, but in faith, and this is where I struggle sometimes with the idea that faith and fear can't live in the same place. But I think when we give into that a little bit, if you have a higher power, or you believe in, I don't know, the positive energy of the universe, or whatever you believe in, okay, or the wind, or I don't know. I will say definitely it helps if you believe in something, because you can kind of like give over into that a little bit. But like for me, I very much do believe in a positive force, and I believe in a higher power. And so when I'm in fear, I think to myself, I don't believe that, like, I know it sounds corny and whatever, but I do believe that I have God to lean on in situations, that doesn't mean that God's just going to take everything away, nor the fear, but it makes me feel less alone. And I don't mean, and I think when I say that, people I think they misunderstand that because I say God. Like, God for me is just a word that is easiest to say because it all encompasses that for me, but it doesn't necessarily, as I'm holding a pink pineapple in my hand, it doesn't necessarily, I don't mean any kind of like Christian higher power or biblical kind of thing or whatever, for me, it's my understanding of that. And you believe in what you want to believe in, but it makes me feel so not all alone. And sometimes not so afraid. There are times that I do feel afraid about things. And I think that's when, I have to reach out, my basic text tells me that faith without works is dead. And it's one thing to have faith, and it's, another thing to actually, put some action to that faith. What are you going to do about it? What? So you have this faith in a higher power, but are you, my sponsor, she and I were talking the other day, and, I was talking to her a lot about fear. I had a lot of fear. And I was like, she's like, okay, you're consuming yourself with being on social media, and you're reading speculative articles, and not just reading about facts. And she said, she goes, and so your head is spinning. And she said, and where's your spiritual foundation right now? Bingo. And I said, what do you mean? And she goes, well, when fear crops up, are you getting on your knees? Are you taking 5 minutes and walking aside and talking to your higher power? Are you inventorying it and giving it up to your higher power, or talking, and I was like, yeah, I could probably be talking to my higher power a little bit more. And I am, I'm consciously having conversations with my higher power throughout the day and stuff, but not as much as I could, and so when I get done vlogging and sitting out here and whatever, I always go inside, and then the dogs start barking and then they come running downstairs, and then I typically let them out, and I stand out here, and the other night, I was just standing out here, and some days are better than others. Today I've been so peaceful, but oh, my neighbor just got up. I can see him walking around. It's 4:30 in the morning. Oh my God. But today I feel very calm and very peaceful. But the byproduct of that is, like, let's just talk about this for a second, okay? Since I had that conversation with my sponsor, I have been focused on my spirituality. I've been doing some more spiritual work. I have upped my prayer and meditation twofold, you know, so, like, I've been doing more work. So, like, you know, there's the work, you know, when you talk about faith without works is dead, you know? It's like, I have to do the work, you know? It's in the action, and what am I willing to do, what am I not willing to do, and what am I willing to work on, and what am I not willing to work on, you know? And if I want to feel better, and I want to get through things with a positive attitude, I have to be, you know, talking about prayer and meditation, whatever that means for me. Like, you know, like, if you don't believe in anything, that's fine, but you can, like, you know, you can still do affirmation and talk to yourself, and you can, you know, put positive energy out into the world by kindness, compassion, love. I mean, you don't have to be a religious person or believe in a higher power or some kind of Buddha or, you know, whatever, to be a person that believes in compassion, love, and kindness. You know what I mean? Like, you don't. So I have to ask myself, am I doing that? Am I leading from that point of view? Am I trying to bring joy into people's lives? Am I, you know, like, taking accountability for things when I make mistakes and trying to work through it and be a better person? You know, like, am I, you know, praying and stay spiritually sound? Do I have a spiritual foundation right now? Am I praying? Am I doing my daily affirmations? Am I doing a gratitude list on a daily basis? Am I doing a really valid gratitude list and really looking at all the things I've been given in my life and not shortlisting that? That's a huge part of it. You know, am I shortlisting my gratitude? You know, am I only looking at things that just, you know, my car, my house, my husband, food? Like, am I really looking at everything? You know? And I think that, you know, there are some times that I do that. And, so, yeah, I mean, I think it's no surprise that since she and I had that conversation that I've felt a lot better and I've started doing that work as a result. It's like going to the gym. It's like sitting at home and being like, why am I not losing weight and getting muscular? But you don't ever go to the gym, right? And then you start going to the gym and you're like, oh, I'm starting to lose weight and get muscular. Well, because you're going to the gym, right? So if I'm in fear all the time, but I'm not willing to do the work to get me out of fear, then I'm going to stay in fear. So I have to do the work, you know? And that doesn't mean that I'm not going to still be afraid. You know, Tanya and I were talking about that today, about, like, the whole idea that faith and fear can't live in the same place. I don't believe that. And I believe that, but I also believe that I can be afraid and also be like, I know that my higher power to some degree is going to maybe not take away what's going on with my life and my situation and not take away my fear, but at least I won't be alone, you know, at least, like, help me find some, you know, tolerance and understanding and comprehension in going through this and understanding it and staying calm and staying peaceful. Like, if, you know, like, if we're going through something, we can go through it agitated and chaotic, you know, catastrophizing everything, or we can go through it with peace and serenity. And I would rather go through it with peace and serenity, you know? So, I don't know. Good questions to ask myself. You know, how grounded am I today and what work am I doing to get there? But anyway, that all started from intuition, so go check out your intuition. I am going to get off here now because I want to listen to this audiobook a little bit more, and then I want to finish 13 Reasons Why. So I'm going to get off here, and I don't want to keep my neighbors up if they're like, I don't know, if they're just like up for a little bit or going back to bed or something either. So anyway, yeah, their bedroom's not at the front of the house, so I don't know why, like, me sitting in the driveway is bothering them. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're staying safe and, you know, healthy. And I really appreciate you guys watching and, you know, commenting and helping me get through this as well. It really means a lot to me. And if you made it this far, please give this video a thumbs up. It would really mean a lot to me. And yeah, leave a little comment in the comment section below. And please make sure that you're still subscribed to this channel. That means a lot to me too. And don't forget to leave a blue heart for the wolf pack. And that's everybody that, you know, watches over here and stuff. So anyway, thank you to all the good Judies over on my Good Judy Reddit page that are commenting over there and stuff. And I have a minute to close this out, so let's get this done. Anyway, so I hope you guys are having an amazing Tuesday, unless you have other plans. But like I always say, don't have other plans. Have the most amazing day of your entire life today. Do something fun today. Relax, stay peaceful. Do something to keep you, I don't know, spiritually or lovingly centered. We can be centered in love as well. And do something today that will make yourself proud tomorrow or a week from now, or no pressure 60 years from now. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And I really do. And it means a lot to me that you watch this every single day and you allow me into your home. And just, you know, when you guys send me pictures on Instagram and stuff and you guys are all watching, it's just incredible. So thank you so much. And make sure that you do your daily positive affirmations every single day. You can list whatever you want to list, but I'm going to just list one each day going forward to shorten this down. So look in the mirror every single day and do your daily positive affirmations. And today is going to be an amazing day, full of gratitude and peace and serenity. And most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody else and let them know how much they mean to you. Just call them up and say, hey, I love you and thank you for being in my life. Don't forget to practice random acts of kindness. And most importantly in that one, don't tell anyone. Do it just because it's the right thing to do. I love you guys. It's going to stop any minute here. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. Love ya. Since I rushed off there, I had to come back on and say one more time, I love you, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.